Namaste everyone, this is Dr. Beri. I wanted to make this quick video because today the planet Mercury goes retrograde. And I know there's a lot of information on the web about Mercury going retrograde and everybody kind of expecting the worst, but I have a different take about this. So Mercury, the planet in Vedic astrology, represents communication. It represents the color green, which is what is green, like everything that's healthy, everything that's abundant. It also represents it's the Lord of the third house and the sixth house. So it definitely represents also a signification of your siblings, contracts, legal things. Actually, when it comes to the organ, it represents the skin. It is also called as the prince of the zodiac because it is, if your Mercury is really strong in your chart, it keeps you young for a long time. So it's like, do you want to be young forever? You know, that's the planet that gives you that youthful look for a long time. So what does it actually mean for a planet to go retrograde? So basically the things that the planet deals with, or the different aspects of our lives that the planets control, this particular planet, when it goes into reverse or retrograde movement, it can start to create a little bit of a chaos. And at the same time, sometimes there can be, what I like to see is like that, blessing in the chaos, that if we are able to kind of see that, then we can kind of make things a lot more meaningful in our lives. So this Mercury retrograde that started today, October 14th, is going on until November 3rd. There's some things that I think are going to be significant for this particular Mercury retrograde. Now, it is going to affect each one of us very differently based on where the Mercury is placed in your chart. So depending on, and also which planet is aspecting Mercury. Either ways, this particular retrograde is happening in the nakshatra of Swati in the constellation of Libra. So we have Mercury moving backwards up until the 27th, and then it starts to move forward again in the Chitra nakshatra. So these nakshatras represent, or at least Swati, the lord of Swati is the planet Rahu, which is the north node of the moon. The north node of the moon represents electricity, electronics, everything that's like, electrical. So one thing I would say to kind of be cautious about is like your electrical appliances. If you need any repairs on them, this will be the time that you're going to kind of get the notification, like, take care of this. So kind of expect that. But let's talk about the positive things about this retrograde. Retrogrades usually mean things from the past coming back, kind of like getting pulled back up for you to deal with them. And every now and then the universe creates this retrograde motion to create balance. So if we start to look at these events in our lives as this is a second chance I'm going to get to create balance within my life. So as the people, places, and things that show up again in our reality pop up, we can start to look at them in that way. We're like, okay, well, how am I going to deal with this differently than what I have dealt with this in the past? So whether it's relationships, whether it's office, communication, it could be contracts that come up. You just want to be very careful about how you're, read between the lines, think about it, and then kind of move forward with it. So this is usually a time where contracts are, kind of highlighted in our lives. Relationships are highlighted. And in general, also just knowing that this is your second chance. So if you were always thinking about having that healthy lifestyle, and you said that you missed the boat and you can't do it now because you're X years old, no, think again. Whenever planets go into retrograde, especially Mercury, that is a significator of youth. And the skin, like the sun and Mercury both are significators of the skin. These are wonderful times that you can actually take on that diet you were thinking about, that detox you were thinking about, that exercise regimen that you were thinking about. So definitely make something positive out of this Mercury retrograde. So with that, I'm going to stop here. I want to wish you a wonderful day and a wonderful Mercury retrograde ahead. Thank you so much for listening. Namaste.